horoscope is the actualization of the sun sign. Your Venus is responsible for a specific part of that quest. Her placement speaks to your attractions, your values, your sensibilities, and your decorum, or what and who you decorate your life with. She's the first planet that deals specifically with your romantic love nature because what you love and what you value is shown in your choice of a romantic partner more than nearly anything else. What is Venus in Libra attracted to? What does she value? What is she open to? What does she find erotic? To answer these questions, we have to go back to the symbol associated with Libra, the scales. We've already talked about how mental the air signs are, but Libra takes that up a level. It's represented by a machine, the only inanimate object in the zodiac. Venus in the sign of Libra wants to measure love. It wants to bring a machine designed to weigh things into the romantic sphere. This tendency to relegate love to the mental level makes this, in some ways, the most difficult Venus with which to be born. American society rewrites the rules of love with each passing day. It's a Venus in Libra fest. Now, Venus in Libra has a lot of ideas about these changes. If you ask them their ideas about love, they start out saying, "Oh, well, I don't know. I've not thought about it that much." And then they proceed to go on for 15 minutes in the most intellectual way you've ever heard, with a panoramic set of beliefs, opinions, and ideals. They've thought about it because this Venus loves relationships. Their destiny is to be brought back to them time and time again. Well, they can't learn those lessons anywhere else, can they? No, love is a world unto itself. We have a lot to talk about with this one, but let's begin with the scales themselves. What do? They swing until weight is perfectly equal on both pans. They give an idea of what's equal to what and where everything stands. The scales are why Venus is associated with value, what things are worth, what you're worth, what your efforts are worth. This Venus's self-esteem is wrapped up in beauty. Some Venuses in Libra are vain, and they go for outer beauty, while others concentrate on inner beauty. The process of inner beauty for this placement has a lot to do with exuding charm, being pleasant, being classy, being nice, having few social regrets, and being smooth. How Libra presents itself is of utmost importance in that quest for beauty because this is one of the social signs of the zodiac. Libra's brand of being social tends to focus on the romantic partner because they need the other pan of the scale. How they interact tells them how balanced they are. They have a difficult time assessing themselves when they're alone. They need a partner so that they can say, what if I were to change this? What if I were to add a hair's breadth of appreciation here? What if I just don't say something I want to say? How will that affect the other? Venus in Libra is extremely sensitive to what makes the pans move. To deepen this idea, consider the part of the body associated with this sign is the lower back. The lower back is all about sway. It's about balance, imbalance, the correction of imbalance, the distribution of weight. That's how relationships operate, essentially. They follow a similar path: harmony, disharmony, and repair, or union, friction and floating away, then repairing up. Venus in Libra is obsessed with equity. They think it's beautiful. And they usually think about what's masculine and what's feminine and how these concepts interact to create the whole. This placement will masculinize or feminize to meet the variations of a partner. That's beauty, and beauty is erotic. Beauty makes them feel alive, snug, close to life. They're seeking harmony, and that's why they're so open to romance. Romance is the good stuff. If a resentment from 16 years ago starts to surface, it's not romantic anymore. Romance is an exclusive club that contains only the most pleasant parts of relating, the poetry of it, and even the mystery of it. Venus in Libra loves it, and it tries to offer huge blocks of time where people don't argue and no one's dissatisfied, and it's like a movie where there's a glass of wine and flowers on the nightstand, and lots of appreciation going back and forth and not another care. And if there is a care, it's met with understanding that causes it to be worked out instantly. Now that's smooth. It's two people blending like paint on a canvas. They want an aesthetically gorgeous relationship. If they could live exclusively in the realm of beauty and romance, they would. Is this possible? For brief periods, then the pans begin to swing again. They swing because no growth can take place if you're sitting around eating lotuses all the time. Now we can get into the problem with this placement, and problem we really do need to call it. It's a general distaste for emotion, and that's because if you ask Libra, emotions are optional. If they aren't positive, they must be kept at a minimum. Libra is very controlled for this reason, and they generally err on the side of caution, keeping a lot of what they would say inside for the sake of peace. And being out of balance is really horrible for this placement. It hurts. It's embarrassing. Nothing throws you out of balance faster and with more drama than raw emotion. If they do have rage, they tend to smoke a joint and wait for it to pass. Therefore, this is the Venus placement most likely to say there are no problems, to go along for the sake of getting along. They say, yes, dear, whatever you want, whatever would make you happy. The way you get Venus in Libra to be honest is give them a peaceful environment. Sit down at the table and have a discussion. Allow them to reveal a little emotion at a time. Allow them to place one stalk of wheat on the scale and give them a chance to see what happens and to trust you. Try not to reject what they've offered, or it will be hard to get them to open up again. And this can easily reach the passive-aggressive plane where they clam up to punish your transgressions, but they'd never admit it. Libra's notorious indecisiveness is wrapped up in fear, fear of making someone unhappy, and fear that their decision will end up causing an imbalance that doesn't exist right now. They're always thinking about those pans. So this placement enjoys social graces like etiquette and tends to be drawn to people with manners and grace. This is the sign associated with the arts. In Libra, the goddess of love is at home, and she knows how to blend. She thinks not only can colors and lines merge to create a nice decor, people who are quite different from each other can blend and merge to create an aesthetically pleasing relationship. Libra has a notable ability to edit and control how they interact, and they think everyone else does too if they tried. Hey, I know, let's just control ourselves, and we'll talk and act in such a manner as to always be our most delightful. Good idea, unless you get with an Aries who needs friction, or a Scorpio who bubbles underneath with primal emotions they can't deny. But no matter how many times it doesn't work out, Venus in Libra still goes for it, because when it comes to love, for them, hope springs eternal. Thank you for watching Secrets from an Astrologer's Desk, Venus in Libra. I'm Joy. More videos to come.